Tinubu is not a bad president. In fact, he's one of the best presidents that we have ever had in the Nigerian history. Who would agree and disagree with this statement will depend on who you're asking. Everyone thinks they're a good person. Every other person is the one that the problem sits with. Except there's always a disconnect in how we see the world. We judge ourselves by our intentions and judge other people by their actions. We have context to the situation, why we acted that way, because we are privy to that information. Somehow, some way, we always forget that we are not privy to the context on why the other person acted the way they acted. We lose the key point. Sometimes the context that you have access to is inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. The impact of your action that both you and the other person can see is the common ground that you both exist in. And somehow, that is the thing that you must prioritize in judging the impact of your actions on someone else, not the one-sided knowledge of your intentions. A girl came online to discuss jealousy, how she was jealous friend and that made her feel like she wanted the life her friend had. The discourse caused a ruckus online. Suddenly, everyone has ever been a jealous friend. They've always been able to keep their emotions in check. You did not lose your one true love at 17 because you were a bad person with terrible characteristics. You lost her because you were naive, because you did not know what to do with all that love. Your best friend did not work out on you at 18 because you were a ticking emotional time bomb that did not know how to manage her emotions. She worked out on you in a cruel manner. You were having a terrible time and she did not care to look back to care about you. You see how we always judge other people by their actions, while we hold on to our intentions to convince us that we are the victims in the situation. You are not terrible because you made a mistake. You are terrible because you keep holding on to your intention when you keep making consecutive mistakes and refuse to see the other person's point of view. The ease at which we convince ourselves that we are great people, we are angels, we are sweethearts, it's exactly what turns us into bad people. If we were all good, the world wouldn't be as tense as it is. It wouldn't be as terrible as it is. And this phenomenon is consistent in every social issue that you might see. We refuse to acknowledge the possibility of evil that sits within each and every one of us, especially when there's an established pattern. Bad people are not people who make mistakes. Bad people are bad people who keep making mistakes and convince themselves that they are good because they are unable to acknowledge the part of them that is capable of being bad. They are unable to accept, acknowledge, and learn from their mistakes because they are unable to recognize them. And the only way to get to that point is through moral superiority, a place where you believe that you are inherently good and everything and anything that comes out of you, be it your thoughts, your actions, or your inactions, are good simply because they come from you. And that behavior keeps you in a state where you are unable to look inwards, you are unable to self-reflect, you're unable to see how your actions, albeit with good intentions, would always harm people around you. So think about it. Depending on who you are asking, Tinubu is a great president. It is all for a greater good. And when you ask the ones who this greater good is supposedly for, they might tell you a different story. Hi, my name is Daniela, and I've just shared my thoughts with you. See you next time if you're still here by then. It is highly important that we are all able to acknowledge that some way, somehow, we are Tinubu. That sounded funny.